Hello everyone, this is June, and I'm here today making this video because I wanted to let you guys know that, well, we're at 4K plus subs. This kind of growth would not have happened without you guys. I think it only makes sense that I give you guys props. So once again, from me to everyone, thank you. Fun fact, originally this was actually supposed to be a thank you for 3K plus subs video. I noticed that it was getting close to 3K around the time I was starting on the Shiva pickup guide. And I was like, yeah, I should definitely make one of these. So I finished the pickup guide, uploaded it, and then when I took another peek, it was over 4K. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta update that number. Obviously this isn't me complaining. I'm humbly and positively baffled that you guys are this interested in seeing these videos and found them this helpful. So I just want to send my energy to some specific groups and people. First would be my Static and FC and my group of friends in there. Some of these guys have stuck around with me since as far as Deltascape, when I first started raiding in this game. Here's to more and more tiers we complete together. And a special thank you to Fang. She's been a tremendous help in a lot of ways, not just these videos, but if we're just talking the videos, behind the scenes helping me out, and on the scenes too. She's always in the trenches with me, getting extra footage in PF, and a lot of this stuff would not be possible without her. Of course, my generous supporters from Ko-fi and Patreon, so I really appreciate that, and I'm trying to get back as much as possible. And then recently, I've made a community Discord for my supporters. We have a nice and budding community there, I think. It's like starting out. Of course we talk about FF14 in there, but once in a while we'll just talk about random stuff, and I really like the vibe in there. Everyone's really chill, and I think it's a pretty good start. Really want to see that channel grow too, so shout outs to Clancy World, all the people in there. I want to thank all the newcomers and all the viewers of YouTube, whether you're subscribed or not. Love to see all the kind compliments in the comments, and even just, you know, critical things, even stuff like, you know, why didn't you put in this strat and stuff. It's just like, it's a valid question, right? And of course I have my own rationale and legit reasons for doing certain things for videos, and if appropriate, I will answer back with a real answer. So any kind of comment is welcome. I think my favorite kinds of messages are still people telling me that they cleared because of the video, or when people comment and say that, you know, I've already cleared this fight, but I just like watching it. I think this is really cool. Those make me feel like I did my part. Like, this is a proper PF guide, right? People can enjoy it at multiple levels. I mean, to be real, I'm just a small, you know, little corner in this entire 14 videoscape, and there are so many other people creating videos. The other day I was given some spotlight by Desperius, another video creator for FF14. He made this video highlighting various content creators, and so many of them I never even heard of. I'll link it in this video in the description. So among this gigantic pool of creators, I'm really happy that he chose to include me. So thanks for that spotlight. Let's take a moment and talk about what's coming for the channel. A couple of things I do want to work on is definitely a new big raid episode. Obviously a lot of my subscribers subscribe to the channel to see these pickup guides and these diagrams. I've had a handful of comments with people telling me, I didn't subscribe for this, but I like these, please make more of these. And I actually had a really good time making that first one. I wanted to do something like that for a very long time. On the flip side, I'll be preparing for the 5.3 patch. So I have a couple of videos planned out that I want to make based on the stuff they've revealed in the previous live letter already. Some of the content I might make might be a little bit obvious based on the videos on this channel already. Hopefully the fight is interesting for my sake, because if the fight is something I don't like, I will be not that enticed to make a full guide. You'll have to just rely on the week 1 guides at that point, I think, unfortunately. So I kind of have this big checklist for 5.3. We'll see what happens in a month or two. So putting the 5.3 stuff aside, I want to talk about some Patreon updates. So as mentioned before, I created a new community Discord for my supporters. So as long as you support through any tier, even the first one, I'll send you a Discord invite link through DM. And this will help me deliver news and announcements much quicker. So if you're already thinking about supporting, even at, you know, the smallest level, and you just want to hang out, then come on in. The next Patreon announcement is that we have a completely new tier. It's called the Elite tier. We'll have something a little bit extra because it's elite after all. The unique thing for this is the producer credit will be a little bit different. If you've seen the Big Raid videos, you might have noticed the little character avatars I've created for each of our FC members and static members. What I want to do for the elite tier is that I want to create your very own custom Big Raid style avatar, right, based on your FF14 character. In addition to that, I want to make a special section for you in the credits that has your name and the avatar I made for you. And I want to provide downloadable files that you can use on Discord or Twitch thumbnail, anything, right? So I want to provide another thing you can use. For now, I'm going to limit the slots because they will be extra work for me. But if there's a higher demand, like a lot of people want these things, I'll free it up, I think, maybe eventually. But we'll see how it goes for now. The next thing I want to mention is that I want to offer a little bit more for the Insider tier. Currently, the Insider tier's benefit is that they get this long form behind the scenes video where I show off the art assets and I talk through my creation process, why I picked these songs. I think it's a pretty cool video. I like making those too. But for the insiders, I feel like they have to wait a little bit because I'm making an entire new video. So I feel a little bit bad that their reward isn't as instant as the other tiers. What I'm providing now is a high quality video download link as I finish a video. Because the thing with YouTube is when you upload it, they compress the videos quite a bit. And besides that, on YouTube, when I spot small mistakes, once I upload it, I can't fix it anymore. A lot of people are already using the link and sharing it, and it'd be very inconvenient for me to delete that link. So the most I do, like with the Titan guide, what I did was create bonus guides and amend mistakes, or in the comments themselves I say like, you know, this is a little bit of a minor mistake, keep it in mind. It doesn't hurt the video at the end of the day, but it's still a mistake, right? What I can do for these HQ videos is that, if needed be, I can update and re-upload a fixed version. So that'll be there starting the next video, and then I'll progressively add links to the previous guides too. So the Ramuh one, the Varus one, and even the Titan one. These videos won't be the actual raw file because those are really big. They'll be compressed a little bit more, but they'll still be way less compressed than a YouTube upload. So it'll be like a manageable size. So one last thing I want to talk about for Patreon is I added a new stretch goal. What I realized is stretch goals are really hard to think of. I sat there thinking about stretch goals for a while and it's just so hard for me. I think the best thing I can offer for you guys is just more videos. So related to the new stretch goal is recently I did a YouTube community poll saying I have no plans to make an E6S guide or E7S guide. Because I actually don't, because I haven't factored that into my my checklist of stuff to do I mentioned earlier, because they do take a long time to make. But out of curiosity, I did ask if you were to pick from those two, which one would you like to see? So the majority of the people answered E6S. So what I landed on was, if we reach a certain number of Patreon subscribers, I will put aside time to make a full pickup guide for E6S. Now, my reasoning for this is, so originally, as I mentioned before, I had no plans to fit this into my schedule. It was something that wasn't supposed to exist anyway. But if enough people are supporting me, I think the least I can do is offer another full guide, right? Another video for everyone. One thing you should be aware for this stretch goal is that, based on my predictions, this tier will last maybe like 3 more months, right? So I think for this guide to have any worth, it needs to be live for about at least a month before the tier is done, before the new tier starts. So this goal needs to be reached at a reasonable time. But I don't want it to be a complete waste if it's reached late. So let's say the goal is reached maybe like half a month before 5.4 hits. I still want to give something back to you guys, so what I'll do then is I'll make another poll asking which fight would you want a pickup guide for, maybe for the next tier, right? And I'll prioritize that one. Or I'll leave it up to, I'll leave it out in the open and ask for options for a completely different fight altogether. Maybe something I haven't made yet that I've cleared. Even if it's something completely random or from a previous tier, like please make a Leviathan guide E3S. You know, like if that's the one that wins out, I'll be like, you know what, sure. So if it comes down to that, I'll definitely make that an option too. But for now, the option will be for E6S. And that concludes all the announcements I have for now. I'm looking forward to hearing back from everyone. Thank you once again for all your support. I'm having a real good time making all these videos, and I want to keep this momentum going all the way to 5,000, 6,000, and beyond. So yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Happy raiding. Till then.